Na 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 moonlight, na 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 in the sky, na 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 you say, na 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 popcorn, na 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 moonlight, na 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 in the sky, na 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 you say, na 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 popcorn.
Hey, Slumpbusters, welcome in. I know we're normally a sports channel, but doesn't mean we don't keep an eye on pop culture. And that's why on this episode of Get Your Popcorn, we're going to be reviewing 2021's The Suicide Squad. And it kind of works for a sports channel. I mean, Harley Quinn occasionally carries around a bat with her, right?
Yeah, she carries around multiple weapons, actually. She even carries around a javelin.
Exactly. The Olympics just passed. Javelin, big time event there. And just a heads up, folks, we're going to be talking spoilers because at this point, the movie's been out about half a week. I'm sure a lot of people probably saw it opening night with HBO Go. I'm sure a lot more people saw it than normal. Honestly, out the gate, I love this movie. I think this might even be a top 10 comic book movie of all time for me. It just shows that James Gunn, he really knows what he's doing when it comes to like this ensemble cast thing that he's doing.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Like James Gunn, from day one when they announced that he was directing the new Suicide Squad, I knew right away this dude is the perfect candidate for this. I mean, he has his experience with Guardians of the Galaxy. You know his formula with Guardians. He makes some great action movies, plus great comedy and very likable characters. This one has great action, great comedy, a lot of dark humor, but very likable characters. I have to agree with you. I think this is DC's best one yet.
And not to mention the soundtrack was fucking amazing too. I just felt like every action scene had its own unique tune, and then every character introduction, but it wasn't overbearing like the original 2016 Suicide Squad. This one, I felt like everything just fit. And it's funny because some of the characters in here are lesser known characters than in that original Suicide Squad movie, whether it be Bloodsport or John Cena's character. Heck, making King Shark one of the most likable characters in, again, comic book movies as a whole.
Yeah, like James Gunn, what I really, really enjoyed about this movie was that he picked all the underdogs. He picked the characters that were in the original comic book runs of the Suicide Squad. He picked original Batman villains like Polka Dot Man. Nobody's seen Polka Dot Man in anything in over 20 years till this day. Now people know who he is, and it turns out that he was one of the lamest villains in Batman, but in the Suicide Squad movie, you really, really enjoy Polka Dot Man a lot. Same thing with Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper was another one. Peacekeeper was pretty much in the shelf for many years in DC Comics, and now they're making Peacekeeper into a mainstream character also.
Okay, who was your favorite character out of the entire Suicide Squad here? You can't say Harley Quinn.
No, definitely Bloodsport. I thought Idris Elba, he didn't steal the show, but he was like the go-to man that was like super badass. Like, but you can tell that Bloodsport's was supposed to be Will Smith. He was supposed to be Will Smith's Deadshot, but Will Smith had to back out of the movie due to a scheduling conflict. Hey, it's not that he didn't want to be in the movie. He did. I think he was just filming other things. But you can tell that Bloodsport was supposed to be Deadshot. But Bloodsport, oh man, Idris Elba, he's just such a good actor. And Bloodsport's weapons, ooh, that one scene where he combines all of his equipment to make that one gun, that was like Iron Man style epic.
Yeah, that was really great cool graphics right there. I love that little scene between him and Peacekeeper where they're trying to one up each other on who can have the sweetest kill. And that one line there, no one likes to show off unless what you're showing off is fucking cool. He's got him on that one. Actually, I think my favorite character, I'm gonna go with Ratcatcher too. I think she was like the heart and soul of the movie. She had that dramatic notes. She was kind of the moral compass for a lot of the characters to get them all on the same page to even go fight Starro at the end. I even her power. I mean, you don't think much about like what she does, but honestly, 1,000 swarming rats coming after you, I think is a horrifying imagery to really think about. I'm with Bloodsport on that one. I would be freaking out if all that was going on around me.
Oh yeah, dude. And then like this movie just had a lot of really good character development. This movie, I will admit, pulls Game of Thrones a lot. Even James Gunn's tweet said, "Don't get attached to any characters. A lot of them will die."
Oh, speaking of that, just the opening scene in itself, right? It's just like you go out there, that fake out oh, we're just gonna have all these like guys walking out there. Jai Courtney's Captain Boomerang just done right out the gate. They went out there, killed Pete Davidson too, who I thought was going to be a bigger part of the movie. I think even some of the commercials had him in scenes that were later, but they swapped it for Rick Flag, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
They did do a little bit of like misleading there, but I think they did it in a perfect way, because what's a better way to introduce the concept of Suicide Squad than basically killing an entire Suicide Squad sans Harley Quinn?
Yeah, exactly. And then there were a lot of great moments. The one scene with Rick Flag, though, dude, that one got me sad because like you said, Ratcatcher 2 was the moral compass also, but Rick Flag was also the moral one, but he was the leader. And it was just sad seeing him get done like that. But he didn't just die for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it actually had weight to it. Like, I feel like the deaths made the movie have stakes.
Yeah, Rick Flag in this one was a lot better than Rick Flag in the last one.
Yeah, like they didn't play it safe with this movie, which I think is one of the main reasons why I love it so much.
Everything was really well done. The action scenes, the comedy, like you said, the character development. Overall, this is just a huge win for WB. I don't know what this means for James Gunn's future. They did have actually Tiger Waititi in this movie as well, too. He was Ratcatcher 1. Which makes me wonder, are they just trying to recruit all these Marvel directors to come on over to DC? Which I'm fine with it. If they could keep pumping out movies like this, I'd be interested to see if James Gunn and Zack Snyder could do a little bit of a team up here and really get the DC cinematic universe really going, because obviously it's been very hit or miss. And I think we appreciate a lot more of the Zack Snyder universe as things have developed over time. But as it currently stands, the DC universe is in such disarray. We don't know what continuity we're in. Heck, even this, was it a soft reboot? Was it a sequel? Was it just forgetting the first one altogether? Not anyone really knows for sure. The only thing we really know is that, well, hey, we get the same Amanda Waller. We get the same Harley Quinn. We love both those characters. So kudos to them, because Margot Robbie, she just keeps crushing as Harley Quinn too. I mean, we haven't even mentioned her name, but I think you just have to appreciate that there has not been someone more perfectly cast in quite some time than Margot Robbie as this Harley Quinn.
Dude, and then her action scene, man, that scene was so cool when she was escaping and how she just annihilates everybody. And
I love the imagery.
Javelin.
I love the imagery that
so cool.
You're able to do as James Gunn too, with the flowers and the birds. And it kind of just really leads into that. Obviously, this is a crazy person going out there and just killing people, because she's seeing flowery images in her head. She's seeing birds. She's not seeing all the blood and everything going everywhere. That's not what's in her head.
Yeah, because everybody forgets that Harley Quinn is a crazy person. She's nuts. She's out of her mind. I mean, she killed the president of Corto Maltese just because he brought up, oh, well, they're going to fear me and the kids will fear me. And she ended him before she could get into a relationship with him.
Yeah, talk about the candle that burns at both ends. They meet, she's proposed to, they have sex, then she kills him. Just boom. all in the course of essentially probably a few hours. I feel the worst for the birds, though. Why did the birds have to go? In fact, the birds just kept taking L's throughout this entire movie, right? From the opening scene with the long hair guy that dies right out the gate.
Oh, Savant,
Savant, to obviously, the president's like of Corto Maltese, the Corto Maltesian president's birdcage. Man, I felt bad for them. I'm sure they got a letter from PETA for that one.
And then I have to bring up Viola Davis. She is amazing. Amanda Waller. Wow. Like, holy crap. Amanda Waller was like scaled down so much in the first movie, and then James Gunn just scaled her right up there. Like, she is cold-hearted, man.
Yeah, she reminded me how Amanda Waller was in the Justice League animated series. That's TV to film. That Viola Davis, that Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Every now and then, DC will just knock it out of the park with putting the right person in the role. I think that's where they misstepped in a lot of their other movies, just miscasting. Obviously, we think back to Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. When you talk about like missteps like that, but they've got a lot better at it. Obviously, Jason Momoa's knocking out of the park as Aquaman. Like you mentioned, Margot Robbie, Amanda Waller.
Gal Gadot's
Peacekeeper John
great.
Cena, and apparently
Yeah.
Peacekeeper John Cena's getting his own TV series too on HBO Max. So
And dude, they already said it's coming out this year, so they like filmed that quick.
yeah,
I didn't even know they were filming that.
I knew that they weren't just going to give up on John Cena in this universe right away, because he's gotten so much better as an actor. Is that just also a James Gunnism to take these former professional wrestlers and make them amazing? He went from someone that you can't see. He went from someone you can't see in Drax to someone you can't see in John Cena. And it just honestly, though, John Cena is just a very charismatic actor. So I'm glad that he got his role in the DCEU.
Dude, this was my first movie where I was like, wow, I actually like John Cena. He was not bad at all in this movie.
I thought he was okay in Trainwreck, for his 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes.
It was a really good 3 minutes with John Cena there. But yeah, no, I mean, it gives me a lot of excitement for future DCEU projects. And I know, like, obviously, Slumpbusters, this is not the typical content we do, but we love comic book movies. We love these types of films. So if there's a big release, just know we're probably going to be releasing a lot more of those. As far as official rating, C-Money, I'm giving it a 5. This is probably the best comic book movie I've seen in years, including Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, I'm giving it a 5 too. I have to say, I know Black Widow came out, Shang-Chi is going to come out next month, and Spider-Man in December. But I have to say, as of right now, DC is killing it in the superhero movie game right now. A couple of months ago, we had the Justice League on HBO Max. 4-hour-long movie, but amazing. Like, I loved it. I loved it so much. And then this movie was like, oh my God, like this one's even better. Like, what are they going to do next? But I have to agree, this is a home run. And it's so crazy that as soon as the movie comes out, the president of Warner Brothers says, oh, don't worry, James Gunn is not done with us yet. We have him signed up for multiple projects. So I am so excited.
Warner Brothers is trying to flex recently when it comes to Space Jam, just trying to show, hey, it's not just Disney out there. We got some projects too. We got some good movie content that's coming your way. But anyway, Slumpbusters, like I said, if you want to see us do more of this type of stuff, drop down in the comments. Let us know your Suicide Squad review. Leave a like on this video. And of course, subscribe to this channel as we close in on 2,000 subscribers, guys. Plan on doing a lot more content like this. We will see you next time.